Chatanooga chesnaughts, I think. So, just gonna get right into this. If you guys are hyped for this, feel free to drop a like down below. Literally just got done with this match a little bit ago. Drop a like down below, subscribe if you guys want more Showdown lives and matches like this, team builders, which team builders should be up very shortly here, to be honest. Link to that should be down in the description. Team builders is actually going up right now as we speak. So when I'm recording this. This is actually a very controversial game, which I will get into towards the end of this match. Apart from that, judging my opponent's team, he does not bring the Mega Pidgeot, the Entei, two huge threats that I actually prepared very well for. Does not bring any of those. He actually brings the Primeape and the Musharna, which I did not expect him to bring. Not quite sure why he brought those two. Apart from that, I knew he was going to bring the Rhyperior. 50-50 on the Mamoswine, he actually does bring that. I knew he was going to bring the Manaphy, and I kind of knew he was going to bring the a Defogger. So he brought the Togetic, which I'm assuming is a Defogger at the beginning of this match. No Shaman either, so that's, I guess, okay news. Gonna start with this out. I actually thought I was gonna lead with this Mamo or the Rhyperior. I lead with my Milotic here. I go for the Toxic just to get Toxic on this thing as well. We do actually see Toxic here as well. Yes, synchronized. So we get our Marble Scale turn 1 this game, which is kind of okay. Toxic really isn't the best status. I think I would prefer if it was like a Willow or like a Burn, but as long as we got our Marble Scale, will eat up hits a lot better from things like Primeape and Rhyperior and stuff like that, depending on those sets. I go into the Ninetales here. Really can't touch me. He does get the special defensive drop, which could matter. I'm not quite sure if it really mattered that much. I would have been at +1, so I would have done a little bit more. I think it would have lived like one more turn extra here. If he would not got at that special defensive drop. So that's a bit unfortunate on my side. Not really the biggest of deals though. Going to Venusaur, I get my Mega off. I needed my Mega in this match, so I just wanted to get my Mega off here. Going to Venusaur, go for the Giga Drain and take this thing out. So Venusaur looks very good here as well. Depending on his Mamo set and his Rhyperior set, if I would have stayed in here, right here, actually, I probably would have killed this Rhyperior from the range it was at. Pretty much what he told me is that he actually was running like a defensive rocker set, so if he's like fully defensive with like max HP, max defense, Giga Drain was almost, I think it was, I had a chance to Oko, I think, so if I would have stayed in right there, I think Rhyperior would have been gone, so maybe should have stayed in right there. I wasn't quite sure what it really had for me though. Maybe should have stayed in. Went out to my Milotic, he goes out into the Manaphy here. I go for the Scald, hoping to pick up like a Burn or something on this thing when it just does come in here. Now, not quite sure what it really is going to do to me. He does go for the Calm Mind here. I go for the Toxic. I missed the Toxic, which is a bit unfortunate. Not quite sure how much it mattered, as he does reveal his set to us here in a bit of the next few turns. I'm going to go into Venusaur here. I'm not quite sure what he really has. So far, he has Calm Mind. Which you do find out actually has Rain Dance as well here. So Rain Dance, Calm Mind. I'm assuming at this point he actually had Rest as well. I have the Sleep Powder. It's null and void just because of the hydration, which kind of does suck. Really have nothing for this thing. I wasn't really prepared for a Calm Mind set. I was more of like a Z Rain Dance, like +1 speed set with like maybe like I think a Tail Glow, maybe something like that, or like a Z Psychic Game Z Manaphy or something like that of that nature. Really wasn't prepared for like Calm Mind. He was going to probably bring it. I was prepared for like Calm Mind. It's not like a Rest Calm Mind set. Really can't do nothing apart from like going for Giga Drain here. I just have to pretty much let him set up. I have nothing that wants to come in on this thing. Everything I do send in either gets OKO'd or it gets 2-hit KO'd. So wasn't quite sure what spread he was really running on this thing as well. As we do find out here in the next few turns, he's running some defensive estimate that I actually do find out. I'm assuming he's running like maybe like some HP, some defense, maybe some special defense, maybe some special attack, maybe speed. Not quite sure. Probably like a wacky set spread on this thing. Running low on PP for Giga Drain as well, and actually Skull's a 2-hit KO here, which does suck. Now right here on this next turn, actually is going to be a roll of whether Skulls or not does kill here. My opponent actually does get a high roll here. There was a chance of it not killing, but he actually does get, I think he gets like a high roll, or I think it was like a medium roll that would have killed me, so one of those two. I go into Talonflame here. Now, what I kill without no defensive investment does around like 40 to 50%. That one does like 30%, so he does have some defensive investment, and right here is where I do find that out, which kind of does suck. I have no options at this point. I have really no options. My look does not outspeed this thing. I have to go into Lycanroc and go for the Banded Stone Edge. I go for it. Does 40-something%. He goes for the Rain Dance. Now, I think if he would have shit, I can't talk. Clicked Scald right there, he actually probably would have won the game. Just because I have nothing that really, nothing to counter Mammal after that, to be honest. Actually, not Mammal, or I guess I had my Lodic around still, but he would outsped. He would have got a Scald off, so I think he would have won there if he would have clicked a Scald. Bit of a misplay on my opponent's part. Not really the biggest misplay though. Lycanroc wins me the game at this point, to be honest. It's probably my win con, so I need to keep that thing around. I have the Marvel skill as well, so we run like Banded Primate or like Scarf Primate, which we know he's not Banded. I'm assuming it's like E-Built or maybe like Muscle Band or something like that, or something like wacky. He's not Life Orb either, I don't think, so. Now right here, what I probably should have did is probably actually went out into the Lycanroc. I would have been able to take any hit from this thing. Even at +2, it wouldn't really matter, to be honest. It would still have like around about 20-something%. Now right here is pretty much a crucial match in the game. Maybe should have went out into Lycanroc in the last turn. I still would have lived, even at +2. I missed the Stone Edge here, which pretty much just cost us the game. Lycanroc pretty much fails it this week. He really does fail. What I would have did here, actually, I would have had Smeargle around, which I probably should have did. I had Smeargle around. I would have saved Smeargle as probably a sack. Actually, I don't know if I would have really needed it, to be honest. I'm not really quite sure if I would need the Smeargle at this point either. I think between Lycanroc and my Lodic, I still could have won this match. What I needed to do, no matter what set he ran on this Togetic, I was assuming more of like an offensive set with some speed and special attack investment. Would have won a KO'd with the Stone Edge, Banded Stone Edge. What my opponent would have did then is went out into Rhyperior. I have the Marvel Scale on my Lodic, and I'm at a decent. I'm over half. I have more than half HP. I would have gone out into that. He really can't touch me there. He has nothing that wants to take a Scald. Plus, I have a Spike up on the side of the field, so anything he wants to come in, it's going to be taking Spikes damage. Would have got rid of the Rhyperior. He doesn't outspeed me even if he's max speed. So if he was max speed, Scald would have been a guaranteed Oko then. So he was defensive, so I would have killed that with a Scald. Then I'm assuming he would go out either into the Togetic, or the Togetic would have been gone. He either would have went out into the Mammal, which either out into the Mammal or into the Primate, to be honest. I'm not quite sure what one he would have went into. He does tell me that Mammal was banded. I would have been out around by I think like 50-something% still. I would have actually went for the Recover, then the Scald. I think that's what I probably would have did. Recover, then Scald, because he really couldn't touch me. Recover, Scald, and then he would have came in for either Primate or Mammal. I would have ate a Close Combat. I would have ate a Earthquake. A Banded Earthquake just because I have the Marvel Scale. If it would not have Marvel Scale, it would have killed at around about like something. I think I would have around about 50%, something around there. Just because I have the Marvel Scale, I would live. Banded EQ, get a Scald off. That does around about. Plus, he would take Spikes damage, so he would be around about like 20 to 25%. That's what would have happened. 20 to 25%. Since he's banded, my Lycanroc outspeeds. He's not scarfed. He can't switch up his moves and go into like Ice Shard or anything like that. So, would have went out into Lycanrocs after stacking my Lodic. Going for the Stone Edge, I would have killed the Mammal's line from the range it would pass. So around about 25 to 30 or 20 to 30% around there. Would have killed. Now at that point he would have went out into Primate, which is not scarfed. After Spikes damage, Stone Edge does kill. So would have went for the Stone Edge. Stone Edge would have killed there, and I actually would have won the match. So with the Spike up, I would have won. Without the Spike, it was, I think, a very close roll. I probably would not have got the roll with my luck, but after the Spikes damage, I would have won this match. So really unfortunate. Lycanroc really has let us down this week. Wouldn't really need Smeargle around. I really don't think I would need Smeargle, just because I guess I could have kept it around for a sack, but it would have been that point in the match where I would have had Smeargle already gone. So I guess I really wouldn't need Smeargle around to still win, but I still probably could have won this match, to be honest, by what the players has told you guys. So really unfortunate. I could have pulled this match back with Lycanroc. Missing Stone Edge does cost the game, and he's at +2 now, so he goes for the extra hand sensory. Just really ended up getting fucked over here, to be honest. I was really mad about that at this point in the match, just because if I would have landed that, I would have won, to be honest. I still could have won. Wasn't guaranteed win, just because the match wasn't done yet, but I probably would have won. Misses Toxic. I actually go for the recovery here, and actually go for the Toxic on the next turn, which I do miss. Not quite sure how much it really matters, just because he has the ruse and he can set up all over me and have Toxic racking me down. But this point in the match is pretty much GG, just because Toxic really is going to just wear me down, to be honest. He can just Toxic stall me if he needs to. Miss Toxic doesn't matter, to be honest. Also miss Toxic earlier in the match as well, versus the Manaphy. And yeah, your opponent wins. I'm not quite sure. It was a really haxy match. I really don't think my opponent really deserved to win the match, to be honest. I played. It's not really one of those things where I think the reason why I'm really mad about it is because I played it really well, and I think overall thing that really fucked me over was hacks. I was playing very well. I prepped very well. I think my prep was very solid, like as always. I've been prepping very solid for these weeks. Very solid prep. I played very well in this match. I think the overall thing that came and screwed us over was the Stone Edge miss, though, which is completely out of my control, and I think it's the reason why I'm really mad about it, just because there's nothing I can do about it. There's really no reason I can win without Stone Edge. The Stone Edge miss really just screwed us over. And he said he was pretty much, I think, what he told me was he was like standard Infernape or Primeape, so I'm assuming either E-Belt, like E-Belt. He wasn't Life Orb, so maybe like Fighting Plate, maybe Fighting Plate, E-Belt, Muscle Band is also a set. Not quite sure what he had, maybe like Lumberry. I'm not quite sure, but I still could have pulled it off, to be honest. Just overall really mad just because it's kind of out of my control and I did nothing about it, about the miss, and that's really what fucked us over. Opponent picks up a 4-0, congrats to him. Again, opponent got very lucky in this match, to be honest. As for the next few weeks here, we actually had an off week this week. We were supposed to battle my opponent actually last week, but he got lazy and did not prepare, so we actually moved it to this Saturday. As for my opponents, next week, it's going to be week 6, so I go against John 2. I think what next week's going to come down to is we're two solid players. I think two solid players, they're going to have a good match. We're going to have a good match next week. It's going to come down to who preps the best, who plays the best in the match, to be honest. I think that's what it's going to come down to next week. We have pretty much equal drafts. It's pretty much just whoever gets the upper hand is going to pick up the W next week. So he has a few threats. I have a lot of threats that are really good against him. A few monsters that specifically destroy him. He has a few monsters that specifically destroy me. So yeah, just going to be 50-50 next week. Whoever preps the best and whoever plays the best during the match is really going to pick up the win. I think that's what it comes down to next week. Apart from that, if you guys enjoy, feel free to drop a like down below and subscribe. We'll have another Showdown live probably sometime next week. Along with Team Builder, which should be down in the description. If you did not check out the Team Builder, check out the description. That'd be awesome. That Team Builder is down there, and I will probably put it up in an annotation if I do remember. Yeah, see you guys next time. Peace.